Eamon Khan here, 4 seconds out with the one and only Liam Smith. Liam, me and my colleague here, Danny, we were just watching you train. We were sort of half joking, like, how long do you think you could last with Liam Smith? And we saw you crack to the body and we thought, probably not even a couple of seconds. How are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. Obviously, right in the middle of camp now. Feeling good, though, feeling the way I should feel, and excited, spring in my step, fire in my belly, all the things you'd want off me at this stage. But yeah, I'm excited, looking forward to April 26th.
How do you keep the fire in the belly, with all due respect to Aaron McKenna, but he's not at the level of some of the fighters you fought before?
Yeah, I could have fought, anybody on April 26th, and I had fire in my belly. I had fire in my belly because the 18 months I've had a point to prove to people who doubted me after the Chris rematch. A bit of frustration having to pull out to the Josh Kelly fight, being fit and ready to fight, and getting a virus a week and a half before the fight. I had a bad year and a half, to say the least. So no matter who I was fighting next, I had a lot of fire in my belly and a lot to prove.
Do you think this is the type of fight where people will say, look, Liam Smith is back and ready for a big opportunity after beating Aaron McKenna? Do you think you won't get credit for beating McKenna because McKenna's not had a big opponent himself, I guess?
No, I just think it'll be like, I don't want to disrespect people, I don't want to overlook people, but it'll just be like Anthony Fowler all over again. I'm getting asked all the same questions. I'll get asked all the same questions fight week. Have I still got the fire in my belly? Have I still got this? I've reached the top. I've done this. I've done that. Again, it's just like history repeating itself. I'll prove I'm still. I'll prove I'm still the best middleweight in Britain. Like I said, by all accounts now, Hamza's just drawed. I think Chris is probably ranked number 1 still. I think it's why I never got to take a fight with Chris Eubank Jr. because, I'll go out now and I'll say I'm still the best middleweight in Britain.
Warning shot already sent, not by yourself but by Callum, who a lot of people doubted him in the fight against Joshua Buatsi, thinking similar sort of things with yourself, and then he's come in and totally flipped the script. If people thought that was the script with his fight with Joshua Buatsi, similar sort of thing with yourself, like, look, you can't count me out here. Yeah,
like I said, look, again, it's a different kettle of fish with me and Callum, but I could retire tomorrow and I could have been happy with a British title. I didn't want to box. A lot of fighters just love to sit and tell you they dreamt of this since they were kids. I didn't want to box. I could own a British title and retire. I've gone on to do unbelievable things, what I never ever dreamt of, never ever set out to do. I've been world champion. I've earned good money. I've had a very good career in boxing, and I'm still here. My last 2 fights are pay-per-view events. This fight's on a Tottenham Hotspur, massive Ring magazine, Riyadh season card. So yeah, look, I'm still here, and I'm here because I want to be here. I'm not here because I'm not here on merit. I'm not here on favours. I'm not here. I'm here because I deserve to be here. I'm here because I'm still at the top, and I'll prove Aaron McKenna's not ready just yet, and I'm still that version of Liam Smith that I always was.
Liam, you talked there about people questioning the fire in the belly. What is the motivation for you at this stage of his career? Is it becoming a 2-weight world champion, or is it just the biggest fights possible?
Both of them things you've just said. I'd love to challenge for a world title again. I haven't challenged one for a number of years, and I just want to be in big fights that people are on about. Just look at the main event. There's no title on the line as of yet. Just a fight that people are talking about. I know they've got history because of the dads, but I just want to be in main events, that people are interested in, people are bothered about, and that bring eyes, bring voices, bring opinions to the sport, because it's a sport we all love.
You talked about the main event there. You've seen previous interviews with you. You said you love the winner. Is there a preference? Would it be a fresh challenge with Conor Benn interest you, or is there still, in your eyes, unsettled business with Chris Eubank Jr.?
No, obviously, look, I said, I think Liam Smith on my day, I beat both of them probably handy, but yeah, obviously the Chris one still eats away at me. The Chris one still, I don't think I should never have lost to Chris Eubank Jr., and I've got a loss on my record, and a stoppage loss for that matter, so obviously that's a preference, but either one, regardless, I just want to be in big fights, and if the winner of them is a big fight, then so be it.
What have you made of the build-up so far between them? Who do you think is getting the better of it?
I'm not interested in all the better. See, all that who won the press conference. I've been asked them questions before. You can get people who don't say a word. Look at Callum and Buatsi, who won this. Two of them were silent, 2 of them respectful, 2 of them put the fight of the night on. I know Better Be Evan Bivol was a great fight, but the best fight for a neutral fan sitting there watching a ding dong was was Callum and Watty, and I think two of them, you know, with a credit to the sport, and the build-up being cheesy, but like I said before, I did find the egg thing funny, and like I said, only because it was an egg. If it was a fucking bottle of water, if it was a you know, a bar of chocolate or whatever, I don't know, it wouldn't be as funny. But just the egg was because of, you know, we know the situation in boxing, what the egg was for. You know, we know the egg scandal that was touted to be the reason for the failed drug scandal. Yeah.
Did you catch any of them on Piers Morgan?
Yeah, again, just like baffled by it. You know, I wonder why the fuck's Piers Morgan trying to get Chris to shake hands with him? Like, come on, shake his hands, Like, and say to him, no, I don't want to shake his hands, stop asking me. I just think, yeah, I didn't get it. I don't think what it was for. I think I'd have probably bit a little bit more than Chris bit once Piers was telling me to do that, you know. He's like goading him, like, go on, shake his hands. It's like, no, I've just told you, no, I'm not shaking his hands. But Piers was just wanting it. Yeah, I didn't get it. I think Conor has tried to. I think what Chris said has played a part in it, to be honest. I think what Chris said to Conor, like, you know, I'm the bad guy, but you're the bad guy in this as well. I think that it's on with Conor, because I think Conor tried to twist it a little bit and be a little bit heartwarming, where he said, you know, I hope you you know, sort it out with your dad and whatnot. And then Chris just said, you've slaughtered me, Dad, you've slaughtered me as well. So don't try and be nice now. I'll take it with a pinch of salt. I got that bit. But yeah, just put it to bed now. Go and train, go. You've got 5 weeks left, so go and do your camps for another 5 weeks, and then we're here.
There's a point being made though by Conor Benn that in his first fight with you and Eubank Jr., Conor Benn was saying like you ended the fight flat in your face, and Eubank Jr. saying no, I finished the fight on my feet. Is that really a thing that Eubank Jr. can hold on to? That he was sure he wasn't out on the canvas, but he was, for all intents and purposes, he was knocked out by yourself.
Look, it just depends what way you want to look at it. I can see both sides to it. Yeah, look, just let's be told, he should have been stopped off the first knockdown. No fighter gets away with what he done and got away, and the referee let him go on. That's why he had no arguments the second time. You know, Chris got dropped and done about a 6-7 step dance around the ring after it, and the referee let him go on. Chris got stopped in no position to continue at all. So yeah, that's classed as a knockout. Yeah, you know, Chris will say, well, I win on my face, asleep, getting put in a recovery position. So I get that point too. He was stopped regardless.
I spoke to your former trainer Joe Gallagher, and he said, look, knowing the way you fight, you're a hard-hitting, accurate puncher, which Conor Benn isn't. Do you feel that Conor does have the power that you have, possess the power that you have to put that dent in Eubank Jr. like you did?
Look, I go like to answer to your question. Do I think Conor Benn punches harder than me at 154 or 160? Certainly not. Do I think Conor Benn's a better fighter than me at 154 or 160? Definitely not. But do I think Conor Benn can knock Chris Eubank Jr. out? Yeah. And I'll just go back to what I said before I done it. You're deluded and you're crazy if you think fighters of this level can't hit you on the chin and do damage to you. And I said before I stopped Chris, when you probably yourself and everybody else made out Chris can't be stopped to the head, I said, don't be fooled, and don't be so gullible, don't be so naive to think Chris is, you know, dynamite and can't. Chris is, you know, like iron and can't be knocked out. Anybody on the chin with a sound glove on, with a shot you don't see, can be knocked out, and I proved that with Chris. And Conor can do the same thing. Yeah, I think he hits hard enough to hit Chris. So there's your answers to them questions.
There's a point that's been sort of made that we've been picking up on that has been addressed, I think, about the press conference and the egg slap between Eubank Jr. and Benn, and it being kind of pre-planned. And Ben Shalom says that he didn't know anything about it. But there's also kind of a thought that maybe something kind of went on with your press conference and Ben Shalom. Do you think Ben did know about the egg slap and maybe you had a hand in it? Maybe not even directly, but at least knew about it to a degree?
I don't know. I'm not involved in him. I'm not involved with Ben Shalom and Chris Eubank Jr. I don't care about Ben Shalom and Chris Eubank Jr. in that situation. Like I said, you know my opinion on that situation. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether Chris is adamant and Ben's adamant that it was from none of them knew about it. And I'm pretty sure someone knew about it, because I'm pretty sure the first thing you do with people you see is you give them a hug or you give them an high five or whatever it may be. I'm pretty sure Chris said, don't burst these eggs in my jacket before I go out there. So, yeah, I don't know.
Very final thing. I mentioned there, I spoke to your former trainer Joe, who's announced that he's got stage 4 liver and bowel cancer. Just a word on Joe, who's going through the battle right now.
Yeah, I'm gutted today that I said, I give Joe a message, and I said exactly what I think. Tell you what, if there's anyone up for a challenge or a fight in that part, I think it's Joe Gallagher. So, I wish him all the best with that fight, and fingers crossed he pulls through it, because, like I said before, if it's anyone who can, he will.
Appreciate it.
Cheers, Liam. Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate.